Hi there, I'm the Disney Runner. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to do something slightly different. I want to do a trailer reaction to the new Snow White trailer. I say new, it was out a week ago, but Disney do not seem to be wanting to release it on YouTube themselves. Possibly due to the fact that their last teaser had something like 1.4 million downvotes to like 99,000 upvotes. So that's pretty painful. Let's hope the new trailer isn't as painful as that one, and let's get into it. Whee!
This was my father's kingdom, a place of fairness, but the Queen changed everything.
Take him away!
Your Majesty,
What did you say?
the people need some kindness.
You know, I really don't remember you being this opinionated.
Magic mirror on the wall. Who is the fairest of them all?
Famed is thy beauty, Majesty. But the lovely maiden I now behold.
I look at you, and I just want to be the fairest of them all.
The Queen is evil. You must flee into the woods.
My parents always said this forest was a magical place. Hello? Is there anybody here?
It's a human.
What did you think I was?
Nothing. Ghost.
You'll be safe from the Queen here.
The Queen stole everything from all of us. We're gonna need your help. It's time to restore our kingdom.
Waiting on a wish, holding out for someday, hoping somehow, some way, there comes a miracle.
Find Snow White.
Me, I close my eyes and see the girl I'm meant to be.
This is our kingdom, and now we're here to take it back.
You were saying.
I'm sorry, my dear. Did I frighten you?
Okay. So there you have it, the Snow White trailer. What do you think? Are you going to watch it on the 21st of March? Let me know in the comments, see what you thought of the trailer. I think there's certainly some positives to take from the trailer. I think the production design looks great. I think Gal Gadot looks superb as the evil queen. I think she's going to steal and ham up every single scene that she's in. I think that's definitely one of the big positives from this. I thought the mirror looked great. I thought the critters look pretty good. I'd like the fact they kept that slightly cartoony edge to them, so you get a little bit more emotion out of these characters. Rachel Zegler, she can certainly sing. I think she could be fairly good in the part. It's definitely not going to be the Snow White that you remember from the original. I don't think it's going to be the same demure, innocent Snow White that we remember. I think she's going to be a lot tougher. She's going to have a lot more opinions, apparently, according to the trailer, which is fine. I just don't know whether it's not your grandmother's Snow White. I think that's the thing to remember. I think this is going to be a tale of two audiences. There'll be those who hate it because it's too much of a departure from the original, and I think you can see that in the trailer just by the fact that she interacts with the Queen as much as she does in the trailer. In the original film, there's barely a word said between them. It's definitely not going to be the same as the original. It's not going to finish the same way. I don't think it's going to start the same way. I think the middle might stay fairly similar to the classic, but I think the start's going to change a lot, and I think the end's going to change a lot. I don't believe we're going to have the dwarves chasing down the evil queen at the end of this film, dropping a boulder on her head. Oh, sorry, you should have said spoilers for that one, just in case you haven't seen the nearly 90-year-old film. But I think there's definitely going to be changes there. I think she's already said that she's not going to be saved by the prince, so I'm guessing the kiss scene, which has been controversial some people would say. I don't see why. I don't think it's that big a deal, but I know there's the whole consent thing, but I think when you're dealing with a fantasy story like this, I just don't think I think it's a little bit of a stretch on that one. I think it's just should be seen what it was supposed to be, like an innocent kiss. And then again, was there anything innocent about the original Grimm Tales? Not really. And he didn't kiss her in the original Grimm Tale, so I'm thinking they're probably going to go the same way that they did in the Grimm Tale, where the prince takes Snow White back to her castle, and on the way back, I believe the casket gets dropped and dislodges the apple from her throat, and that's what wakes her up. So yeah, so there we go. Choking hazards, apples. Make sure you chew them before you swallow, and otherwise you could be poisoned. Who knows? The next thing I would probably look into would be the dwarves. I think they're the nightmare fuel of Robert Zemeckis style animation. I felt it kind of reminded me of the early days of the early 2000s, where we had like the Polar Express, Beowulf. At the time, these were quite cutting edge, and you thought, oh, these are going to develop, but there's still this slight uncanny valley thing with them. They're not quite human enough to get away with being human, and they're not quite cartoony enough to get away with being cartoony. And I think there's that slight uncanny valley scenario coming into play in this film as well. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the dopey design. I think it's terrible. I think it looks like the character from Mad Magazine. I'm sure somebody who reads Mad Magazine will be able to mention the name of that character. It's not such a big thing over here, but the actual image is quite iconic, but I can't recall the name of the character, the mascot. But that's kind of what the dopey reminds me of in this. I think the thing is, they had a really good blueprint for the dwarves. They could have used that blueprint, and they could have tweaked those designs a little bit and then come up with. But I think they've gone a little bit too far off with a few of the dwarves, and it just doesn't feel quite as I would like them. But that's just me personally. The other small gripe I had from the trailer, the huntsman scene in the original was, the huntsman's feeling really traumatized by the whole "I've been asked to kill you" kind of thing, and he's down on his hands and knees begging her to run. And in the trailer, it's just kind of, guy just stands there telling her, "All right, you better get off now. Queen wants you dead." And I just didn't quite get the juxtaposition between the original and that. Just didn't quite sit right to me. I mean, I know it's taken out of context because it's only a 2.5-minute trailer, so I'm guessing they'll probably build up the huntsman character a little bit more as well in the actual final film. That's the other thing you've got to remember, that the original film was like 90 minutes long. I have no idea what they're going to get the runtime of this at, but I'm guessing it'll be pushing a solid 2 hours, 2 hours 10. Disney do have a habit of elongating what is already a short story into something, a little bit more epic to sort of fill time. Sometimes I don't think it's needed. I just don't think it's overly needed. But yeah, what do you think? Are you going to see it? Let me know. Put it in the comments, and enjoy. And ta-ta for now.